Hi, Jules here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, June 25th. It is the last Tuesday in June, and as you can see behind me, I have another quilt top finished for Project Linus. So I think that's the last one I'm going to work on right now, between now and the next Linus meeting, which will be the second Saturday in July. But between now and then, I'm going to try to get at least one quilt basted and get started quilting it on my new extension table, new to me. That's the plan as far as Project Linus is concerned. And then I am going to get started on the memorial quilt for my friend Deanne. You'll see it start to come together on the design wall, hopefully very soon. So behind me you will see a little bit of change to the space quilt, what I'm referring to as Wonders of the Night Sky, obviously. Here is the title page, so I'm still using all of the book pages. In fact, the only bits of that book panel that I didn't use in this quilt top are this bit that had the title on it and the brand, and the strip with the instructions, which I've actually been using as a press cloth as I prep this fabric here. However, the panel in the middle has changed. Those of you that have been watching for a while may remember this panel. I bought it not this year at the Quilt Expo that came to town, but the previous year when I went with my sister while she was in town. This panel in the center here was originally intended for my great-nephew Braden, but I decided that it went with the book pages way better than the other space panel did, so I decided to do a swap. So I'm going to use the other one for Braden, and I'm using the one I bought for Braden in this Project Linus quilt instead. The length was more what I needed, and I just felt like the colors and the style of the print. This is a Stonehenge panel here. So what I love about it is I kept the pages intact. I narrowed them down. This is a modification to my original design because I made the mistake before I finalized what I wanted to do. I made the mistake of trimming the squares of the panel up, and then I realized they can't all be that size. Some of them needed more space than others, and I had already cut some of them down to 6.5 inches, and there was at least a couple that needed to be 7.5 inches. So what I did was dig in my stash and get this starry fabric from, I think it's from Joann. They have it in several colorways. It's a great background fabric. It's a great backing fabric for kids quilts, for Projects of Doom quilts. It's just a great fandom-y and just spacey kind of, it's either spacey or magic-y kind of fabric. I had enough to do what I decided to call a wonky film strip down this side and this side. So then I was able to add the sides and then add the bottom and top to make it all kind of framed in that starry fabric. I love how it turned out. This was the cover page. It is not completely stitched down. It's fused right now. And I only use really skinny little bits of steam-a-seam to hold it until it's quilted, basically. I figured I would just, rather than top stitch it, I would use whatever thread I'm quilting it with to go around it and then kind of make it blend all in. Or I may just, you know, quilt over it kind of, whoa, without like blocking out the letters or the pictures. And then down here, this was the page that said right here in the middle of the star. I did cut it down a bit. It said, "This book belongs to," and had a blank for you to fill it in. And I just took some gold metallic fabric that, and that I did completely do on steam-a-seam so I could get a really nice crisp circle. And I just covered it up and added some bling because, you know, every quilt can use a little bling. And this actually has a wee bit of silver sparkle in it too. So I made that fit in this corner. I attached it the exact same way as that. Worked great. And yeah, that is ready to quilt. that's all I've got for you guys. I look forward to watching all of your videos. I hope you have a crafty last week of June, and I will see you next week. Bye!